I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Did you realize that you were a champion in their eyes?
Subscribe to the members of ISN.
What's going on, guys? My name is Derek, and welcome to the Gridiron Blitz. Shout out to Marshawn Lynch for the epic quote of the decade. I'm just here so I don't get fined. That is me right now when it comes to this Detroit Lions team. The Detroit Lions fall to the Carolina Panthers and lay a goose egg, score 0 points to a team that had won none out of their last 5 games. Lions fans, we have reached game 10 of the NFL season, and a little later than expected, we're already moving on to the offseason. The Detroit Lions fall to 4-6 and are going to need a wing and a prayer like the greatest American hero to make it to the postseason. I just don't see it happening, and my prediction is Matt Patricia will be fired with a loss on Thanksgiving Friday morning, with the potential to finish out the season with a win. One wild card in this situation is the same thing that holds this franchise down, the Ford family. So let's do like we always do and take a look at the miserable stats for this game. Matthew Stafford was playing with an injured throwing hand, which was ridiculous to me. I personally would have put in Chase Daniel. You know I can't stand this guy, but I think honestly we had a better shot to win with him than Matt Stafford. I know what Matt Stafford is saying, and you can count on him and all this other stuff, but the dude, you could see he was favoring his right hand. Now, I don't want to take anything away from Matthew Stafford. The guy wants to win, and he wants to win for our city, but he can't do it all. With that being said, Chase Daniel, in my opinion, should have gotten the start. Strike one for Matt Patricia. Now let's look at the stats real quick. Matthew Stafford was 18 for 33 for 178 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. XFL standout PJ Walker comes in and gets his first NFL start and is able to throw for 258 yards, going 24 of 34 with 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. You could see the rust on PJ Walker. I actually watched this guy in the XFL, and he was the best thing of the entire league was one PJ Walker. Adrian Peterson was just, the running game was abysmal for the Detroit Lions. He went 7 for 18. Carryon was so whack, he doesn't even appear on this list. Davis goes 19 carries for 64 yards and 1 touchdown. TJ Hawkinson dropped a couple of passes. I'm not mad at him. He caught the game winner. He's going to be a stud. Goes 4 receptions for 68 yards, no touchdowns. And Moore goes 7 receptions for 127 yards. And again, no touchdowns. Now let's go to the stats for the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions were only to muster 10 first downs, with 9 of them coming from passing. The Carolina Panthers were able to get 20 first downs, going 12 through the air, 7 rushing, and 1 off penalties. The Detroit Lions had 0, a goose egg, same thing as their score, in rushing first downs. Let's think about that. They had 0 rushing first downs. The one other first down, other than the 9 passing first downs, came off of a penalty. The Detroit Lions went for it 3 times on fourth down, going 33%, 1 out of 3. The Carolina Panthers, no fourth downs at all that they went for. Total plays, 54 for the Detroit Lions to 70 for the Carolina Panthers. Total yards, I have to pause for this one because this one is just 185 total yards. We'll just see how abysmal this whole thing is. The Carolina Panthers go for 374 yards. They both had 11 drives. Yards per play, Detroit Lions mustered up 3.4 yards per play, where the Carolina Panthers had 5.3. Passing yards, 145 for the Detroit Lions. Now, if you can do math, that means that they have 40 yards on the ground. Now, we're going to get to that a little bit later. Passing for Philip Walker was 258 yards. We already went over his completions, him and Matthew Stafford. The Lions went 3.8 yards per pass, which was almost doubled by the Carolina Panthers at 7.2. Philip Walker throws 2 interceptions. Detroit Lions threw none. Matthew Stafford was sacked 5 times for a loss of 33 yards, and PJ Walker was sacked once for no yards lost. Now, I guess he was at the line of scrimmage, and I guess that counts as a sack. Rushing yards, as I said earlier, Detroit Lions had 40 rushing yards to 116 for the Carolina Panthers. 34 attempts to the Detroit Lions 17. Yards per rush 2.4 to 3.4 for the Carolina Panthers. Detroit goes 0 attempts in the red zone. They only crossed the 50 from what I can recall 2 times, which is the Detroit Lions got across the 50-yard line. The Carolina Panthers went 40% going 2 of 5 in the red zone. Penalties, 4 for the Detroit Lions for 20 yards to 7 for the Carolina Panthers for 45. 1 fumble loss by the Detroit Lions to the 2 interceptions, and it was 3 turnovers total. And possession, the Carolina Panthers again had the ball for an entire quarter more than the Detroit Lions. Lions fans, I got to talk to you. You guys remember me. If you were subscribed to me last year, you know that I don't sugarcoat anything. And while I like to, the reason that I try to be this year specifically, I tried to be as optimistic as possible is because what was happening in the real world and the fact that the NFC is so abysmal. The NFL as a whole, we have 7 playoff teams. We got a lot of things that have been different this year. So I wanted to give the Lions the opportunity. Now, mathematically, they are not disqualified from playoff contention. In reality, the Lions have 1 more game to lose, and in my opinion, it's going to be over. Again, when I said this early in the season, if you go back and you watch my video, I said that the Detroit Lions couldn't make any ground in the NFC North until week 10 or 11. Here we are, week 11, and they're still in last place. The Minnesota Vikings lost today, and the Green Bay Packers were upset in overtime, and we still couldn't make any ground on not only the NFC, but the NFC North. With a win today, the Lions would have moved into 9th place in the playoff picture. I haven't even looked, so I don't even know where they are. Realistically, the Lions' chance of making the playoffs are probably less than 5%. But we're going to keep going until they are mathematically eliminated, and then at that point is when I will shift and look forward to the offseason in a sense. But you guys know me, I don't like to talk about the offseason during the season because we wait 6 or 8 months for this time to come, and by week 2, we are talking about the offseason. As Lions fans, we deserve more, and we need to demand more. So with that being said, Matt Patricia, he has to go. His seat is on inferno right now. He's literally sitting in a seat of lava. To us Lions fans, for the Ford organization, we have no idea. Here's my thing to the Detroit Lions franchise and the Detroit Lions community. Who do you want? Is it Eric Bieniemy? Is it Robert Saleh? Either way, those guys are not going to be available until, if you want Eric Bieniemy, the Chiefs are going deep into the playoffs, going 9-1 today. So I have them primed for a repeat, in my personal opinion. So leave it in the comments below. What do you want to see done with this franchise? Me personally, the one common denominator is always the Fords. And until Sheila Ford hires some guys who's played football and can turn this organization around and giving them full control, we are going to stay at the bottom of not only the NFC North, but the entire NFL. Here it is. The Browns are 7-3, 1 year after firing Freddie Kitchens. But 9-7 was not good enough. My name is Derek. This is the Gridiron Blitz. Be sure to like the video, subscribe if you like the content, because we do all things football. And make sure you check out the past videos and past live stream as well. You guys mask up and stay safe, because coronavirus is on the rise, and I want to see you in the next video.